Stand by lights 24, stand by Silas. Lights 24, go. Silas, go. Sound 82, go. A stage manager is with the show from the first minute of rehearsal all the way through closing. If you go see a play, anytime you see anything happen on stage, a light change, a scenery move, a costume change, a sound effect, anything like that is being cued by me. So I'm up here running it, saying lights go, sound go. Lights 95, go.
I'm not as wet as you are.
No, that's right, I'm all wet. Let me bring my drink.
I'm talking to my light operator and my sound operator, who are my two crew members backstage.
I've seen this scene before, you know.
On a show like this, I have two crew. On a larger show, I might have up to 7. I have a speaker that tells me what's happening on stage, because they're all wired into microphones. I have a bank of cue lights, which are small light bulbs backstage that I can turn on and off from up here that cue actors to make entrances or cue scenery to move. And then I have a script that I am following along with. When it gets to a certain point, I'm calling cues, I'm calling blackouts. I have a radio, I'm talking to house management to make sure everything is fine in the lobby and in the house.
We would love you to be silent now. Why do you get to be the only one who judges things when you're having the stupidest life of anybody?
This show, I'm having a blast watching over and over again. It's 3 actors. They are 3 incredibly talented actors. And every night, they are putting on the same performance, but I am noticing just tiny little things I may have never noticed before. And I'm watching them turn or a kick of something, and I've never noticed that kick before, but I'll notice it every night from that point on, and it's such a lovely moment. And so I get to watch for those things, and it's a blast to watch and notice these tiny choices the actors are making. And that's really exciting, and then it's also sort of exciting to see something new pop up, an actual new thing, and then to go talk to them afterwards and go, I saw that thing. What was that about? Do you want to try to put that in? Was that just a one-time thing that happened? Because part of my job is to maintain the show and not let it sort of evolve and become something that it never intended to be.
I tell you, it was such a startling thing when it came to me. I almost resisted it. I've become comfortable with failing. Now, I know I wasn't failing yet, but I started to fear sterility.
When audiences come see plays, we have worked so hard to create an environment that they can sort of be in, spend time with a story, spend time with storytellers. And that's a pretty finite period of time. It's 2 hours. And they sort of get this lens of experience that is such a slice of what goes into making a play. And theater is so interesting because, like no other art form, it involves just hundreds of people from wildly disparate backgrounds and wildly disparate disciplines. And so you have lighting designers and costume designers and scenic designers and sound designers whose tools and skills are at such opposing odds from each other, but yet they're all coming together to make one thing. So they all make the one thing. It's not like the sound design sits in the lobby and the scenic design sits in the garage and we just watch the actors and then there's some lights on downstairs. Everything's in the same room and it's very odd. There's nothing else like that, where people who are geniuses at electricity, people who are welders, people who are cutters and drapers, people who are musicians and computer programmers and then actors are coming together to make a play. And the stage manager is sort of the one in the middle who sort of helps coordinate a lot of those pieces to come together to make a thing that makes any sense. They say that, that the best designs you don't notice because they're so seamlessly integrated. But I think it would be great if audiences sort of knew the thousands of hours of planning and work that goes into that 2 hours that they get to experience. That would be wonderful if that was sort of understood.